Hey, welcome back to Vintage on Vintage. I'm Steve, and today, well, I'm wearing my SGC cap, so that means we must be doing an SGC submission. And if you remember last year, I had you guys pick some cards for me to send in, and you just crushed it. You hit it out of the park. You did such a great job, so I thought it'd be fun to do it again. So what I'm gonna do is I have 40 cards broken into 10 different categories, and I'm gonna ask you guys to pick one card from each category, and the ones that get the most votes are gonna be the ones that I send in. So how about if we flip this camera, take a look at the cards, so you can tell me which cards are going into SGC. Okay, so what I'm probably going to need you to do, you may need to pause this thing, and then what I'd like to see you do in the comments is just like we did last time. If you can just in the comments pick which card from each group you like best, right? So it could look something like this, right? 3, 2, 3, 1, 4, 2, etc. So if you could put that in the comment, I will tally up everybody's votes, and then I'll be able to share that with you. So now let's look at the cards. Okay, so I'm gonna try to go through these a little slow so I don't have to repeat or I have to show them a second time because there are 40 cards here. But the first category is basketball. And the number one option is this beautiful 1972 Tiny Archibald. So that's number one, option number one. Option number two is the 1986 Kareem. Option number three is this beautiful 72 Rick Barry. Picked that one up at a card shop in Michigan. And number four, another card I picked up in an antique store in Michigan is the 1970 Jerry West All-Star card. So basketball, that's our first category. Second category we're going to choose from will be football. The very first card, our number one card, is second year Gale Sayers, 1967 Philadelphia. Option number two, Alan Page, 1970. This is his rookie card. Look how well centered that one is. Option number three, this guy's coming back from the last one because he got a lot of votes. He almost made it in. It's the 1970 Joe Namath. Love the Band-Aid on that. This one, by the way, is one of my childhood cards. And the fourth option for football is Johnny Unitas, the 1970 Johnny Unitas. Category number three is rookie cards. So the very first rookie card is this beautiful 1987 Greg Maddux card. I love this card. I know there's a lot of people. He was one of the best pitchers I think I've ever seen pitch. And I know there's a lot of Maddux fans out there. So that's option number one. Option number two would be this Vada Pinson 1958 rookie card. Another cool card. I'm a big Vada Pinson fan. I think you could make a case for him being in the Hall of Fame. Another guy, option number three, that you might be able to make a case for the Hall of Fame is Tommy John. This is option number three. Picked this one up last day of the National, the last time it was in Chicago. And then option number four for rookie cards is this beautiful Ferguson Jenkins rookie card. The next grouping of cards, these are my childhood cards. So these are cards I've owned since childhood. The first option for you, number one, is a Gary Carter rookie card. This is a mini that I've had since 1975. So that is option number one. Option number two is a 1977 Kellogg's 3D Superstar of Steve Garvey. This is a cool looking card. Big Garvey fan. It's in really good shape. So that's option number two. Option number three is a 1974 Dave Parker rookie card. Another guy that I think deserves to be in the Hall. And sticking with 74, but changing sports, option number four is going to be a Larry Zonka All-Pro football card. And this is my favorite, probably my favorite Zonka card of all time. I just love the way this card looks. So that is, that will take care of that. The next set, well, it wouldn't be a submission if I didn't have some league leader cards. So I've got 4 for you to choose from. The first one is this beautiful 65 strikeout leaders. You've got 3 studs, 2 Hall of Famers, Koufax and Gibson, and Bob Veal, who was a really, really good pitcher. So that would be option number 1. Option number 2 is a card I picked up from one of Dylan's Whatnot sales. And that's this 1974 75 card, strikeout leaders, with Nolan Ryan and Steve Carlton. Option number 4, this is just a card I think is in really great shape. 67 batting leaders. You've got Clemente and Matty Alou, a couple Pirates, and with Tony Gonzalez in the middle. I think this one's in pretty good shape. So that would be option number 3. And the 4th option for league leaders, this is the one that I just picked up this Easter when I went to visit my sister-in-law in Minneapolis, and it's the 63 National League home run leaders. You got 4 Hall of Famers on this card. Henry Aaron, Willie McCovey, Willie Mays, and Orlando Cepeda. So that's the 4th option for that category. The next category, I'm calling this non-Hall of Famer. So none of these guys are in the Hall. A couple of them have had probably have Hall of Fame credential careers. The first one is the Willie Davis 1961 rookie card. Willie Davis, one of my favorite players growing up. He was probably the best player the Dodgers had, in the late 60s. So I'm a big fan of Willie Davis, and that's his rookie card. Number 2 is this beautiful Ken Boyer. It's this Fleer Ken Boyer. I think it's a 63 Ken Boyer. Beautiful, beautiful card. It's in really, really good shape. So, big fan of Ken Boyer. I think he deserves to be in the Hall. I picked this one up at the National. Sorry, the glare's a little tough on that one. Picked this one up at the National last day also when it was in Chicago. Number 3 is, this was one of the cards I purchased from Dylan at his Whatnot sale, and it's a 1954 Junior Gilliam. I think Jim Gilliam's just a really underrated ball player. He was a big part of those great Dodger teams in the 50s and 60s. And the last one is a card I picked up just recently, and it's a Bobby Mercer 1970 card. I just think the card is just a really cool looking card. I think it's in great shape. So that would be the 4th choice for the non-Hall of Famers. Next up, you've got the 1950s. So in the 1950s, I have 4 cards for you to choose from. The first one is this 1956 Gil Hodges in a grayback. Second one up is this 1959 Harmon Killebrew. Picked this one up at Strongsville from B. Roth. A little off center, but some great coloring. Next is a card I picked up, another card I picked up from Dylan and his Whatnot sale, and that's this 1958 Junior Gilliam card. It's a beautiful card there. I think this is actually on the case and not on the card, but it's still a cool looking card. And then the last one that I picked up, or I want to put into this, is this beautiful Elston Howard. Look at that one. That's a really well-centered and colorful card. So those are the 1950s. 1960s are up next. And the first card is this 65 Harmon Killebrew. That I love the coloring on that card, but it's in great shape. A little off left to right, but other than that, it's a beautiful card. So that would be the first option for the 60s. The second option would be the 69 Willie Mays. Another good-looking card. Option number 3 is a 1962 Don Drysdale card. This is in really good shape for a 62. And then the last one is another card I picked up from B. Roth in Strongsville. It's a 1960 second year Bob Gibson card. So that would be the 60s. Coming up next, we've got the 1970s. And the first card is this beautiful 1974 Jim Palmer. second card is also 1974, and it's one of my favorite pitchers. Love the picture of this on this card of Nolan Ryan. Card number 3 is a 71 Ron Santo. I picked this one up from Mike Moynihan. This is one of Dave Blue Jacket 66's dad's basement cards. It's a gorgeous card. You know, I'm constantly trying to get a 7 from SGC in this 71s, and this one looks like it might get us there. So Ron Santo is number 3. Number 4 is this 1975 Pops Stargell Mini. I've owned this one. It's a childhood card of mine. So there's a Pop Stargell in number 4. And the final set of cards we're looking at, these are some 80s and some 90 cards that I just want to get graded. So first one is 1986 Topps Traded Barry Bonds. That's the first number 1 in this grouping. Number 2, same set, is the Bo Jackson 86 Topps Traded. The number 3 card is the 91 Upper Deck Michael Jordan. That's a beauty, huh? And then the 4th card is the 89 Topps Traded Ken Griffey. Big Ken Griffey fan. Have not gotten any of his cards graded. So there it is. Those are the cards I'm asking you to vote on. I appreciate you guys taking the time to do it. I'll give it a couple weeks. I'll tally it up, and I'll share with you which of these 40 cards, which 10 of these 40 cards are going into SGC. So thank you all for taking the time to do this. Till we talk again, stay safe, keep collecting. We'll talk to y'all soon.